In this episode, partners James and Brendan agree on everything, except for where they live.
I think possibly the grass is greener on the other side of the fence.
The grass is green here.
But after some amazing houses,
This is unreal.
And a top-notch reno,
I think it's fantastic. I love it.
they might just have swapped sides.
I might have flipped.
And I might have flipped as well, though that's the problem.
but will they love it?
Or will they list it?
Go and have a chat and hope you make the right decision.
Okay.
We will.
List it, team list it, team list it, team list it.
I do love visiting Melbourne. It reminds me of a European city, and it's just so cool.
This, Andrew, is hipster central. Yeah, I know. You know, I feel like I really ought to have a big bushy beard and a man bun.
I laugh, but I think Neale and Melbourne might have worn off on me too.
What coffee are you drinking?
A turmeric latte, yes. It's a sort of slightly lime green colour. I didn't actually mind it. Would I order it again? I don't know.
Well, that's toasty in here, isn't it?
While Andrew sips on his turmeric latte, we're on our way to the uber-trendy suburb of Brunswick to meet immigration lawyer Brendan and his IT manager partner, James. They've been together since they met at a party.
We met 12 years ago. I was living in Sydney at the time, and I came down to Melbourne for a friend's birthday.
There was a connection very, very quickly, and we started a long-distance relationship between Sydney and Melbourne for about 14 months, where we'd fly between Sydney and Melbourne every fortnight.
After a lot of frequent flyer points, James left Sydney behind to live with Brendan in Brunswick.
So I moved into Brendan's house. It was obviously his stuff, and it felt like very much his house. But over the years, this has become my home. You know, I've really put roots down here. This is the house that I've lived in longest all my life, and I love it. It's a great house.
But ironically, while James became attached to the house, original owner Brendan has never seen it as a long-term home. He actually bought it as an investment property in 1996.
Brunswick at that stage was pretty grungy and quite rough, and so I never really thought that I'd spend the rest of my life here. It was never my forever home.
But I think Brunswick has changed a lot over the last 11 years that I've been here. It's really kind of a funky area now. There's so much happening here. So I think for me, you know, that's one of the reasons why I love it.
You put some of that funkiness down to you moving here, don't you?
Of course, absolutely.
But while Brunswick has changed, Brendan has not. He still wants to move on to pastures new.
I think possibly the grass is greener on the other side of the fence.
The grass is green here.
James and Brendan have done some fairly extensive renos to the house over the years, but even that hasn't solved all their problems, and James can't deny it.
We have a lot of people who come and stay, and having one bathroom isn't ideal, and we don't have a proper laundry. Our garage is currently a combination of our laundry, it's a garden shed, it's a storage for Brendan's files, and it's a dumping ground full of our stuff, so that doesn't really work very well. The bedrooms they're not huge. It'd be nice to have like a proper master bedroom. That's what I would love.
And 12 months ago, a new problem arose when Brendan set up his law practice at home.
I don't really see clients face-to-face anymore. Most of my referrals come via email or telephone or through Skype. So I moved my business here, but it's just not worked out quite the way I'd wanted it.
He has got a very cramped office environment, and he has someone who comes and works here with him as well. So the two of them in the office is a bit of a challenge.
My bedroom is on that side of the hall, and my office is on that side of the hall. So I walk from that side of the hall to that side, and I'm at work. And that's convenient at times, but it also means you really can't turn off from your work. The temptation is always there to go in and do some more work.
He's always working, always.
So it'd be nice to be able to separate my home life from my work life a little bit.
Working from home is becoming more and more common. What do you wear? I mean, there is that massive temptation to just stay in your Ugg boots all day long.
You worry about the strangest things, Whitaker. You really
I think it's
do.
important. You know, I could be sat there in my pyjama bottoms and my Ugg boots.
Do you, just out of interest, are they sort of red and white striped? Do you wear one of those nightgowns with a large hat?
No, I wear a onesie.
Oh, OK. What a thought.
What did you think I would wear? Of course it's a onesie.
I mean, I live on the Gold Coast, so it's very distracting working from home. You're sat there in your budgie smugglers, you know. Do you take a dip in the pool? You know?
What a horrible thought.
What, take your dip in the pool?
No, sitting there in your budgie smugglers. What happens if somebody wants to Skype you and you're sat there with your budgies on?
I make sure I never take any of those calls.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Hey there.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Good. Good to meet you both.
You too.
You too.
You have got the best house in the street.
I'm sure our neighbours wouldn't agree.
Can't wait to have a look inside.
Fantastic.
It's all yours.
Thank you very
We'll go
much.
get breakfast.
Thank you, and we'll see you both later.
Thanks. Bye.
Inside, there's 3 bedrooms, one of which is used as Brendan's office, an open-plan living and dining area, and a kitchen and bathroom. At the back of the house is a large garage.
Well, I've found the office already.
So there's a bedroom at the front with a fireplace.
Yep.
So that's the office.
That's the home office, and it's tiny. Wow.
Oh, look at this.
This is nice.
It's a beautiful old house, high ceilings.
High ceilings.
Character in abundance. Not massively bright.
No, not massively big either.
And I reckon that's the back of the block there, so it's a typical inner city block, quite small. Little bit dated, but I'm struggling
kind of
here.
Lived in. It feels homely. I'm going to go through here.
OK.
Guest bedroom.
Look at this kitchen, it's all new.
And a pretty good bathroom.
And a virtually brand new kitchen with bifolds to a deck.
And a good guest bedroom.
So what are we doing here? Let's see what's through this door. Ah. It's a garage or shed.
Or laundry.
Well, it's not a laundry in it, it's just got a washing machine in it. It's a shed with a washing machine in.
Do you know what, though, Andrew? In a small house like this...
And it's freezing cold.
Yes, it's freezing cold, but a space like this is a big opportunity. I'm thinking that whatever it is that James and Brendan need, this could be the answer.
Brendan bought this house in 1996 for an incredible $130,000. Fast forward 2 decades and it's now worth $1.1 million.
I have to say, this is the most impressive house in the street. You come inside, it's full of character. Nothing is screaming out, and I'm supposed to be persuading one of you to move out.
Well, I'm the one who is keen to move. There are things that have been niggling away in the house for me for many years. The garage was always a problem. It was never fit really for a garage. It's not fit for storage. It really just takes up space. In that room is my office. In that room is my bedroom. It just encourages me to go in there and work all the time.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a big time to move.
Time for a change?
Time for a
I
change.
like those words.
James, how do you feel?
I love this house, but as Brendan said, there are some problems. We only have 1 bathroom and we have a lot of guests that come from the UK and stay for a very long time. And it'd be great to have a proper laundry because we don't have one of those now.
It's in the garage, isn't it?
It is in the garage. And it would be good to have a proper master bedroom.
What is your renovation budget?
150,000.
That's annoying, that almost sounds doable.
It certainly does sound doable. That's a good budget.
For $150,000, I think I can fix their problems, especially as we're starting with such good bones. I need to give Brendan some separation between work and living, as well as a master bedroom with ensuite, so there'll be 2 bathrooms in the house and a new laundry. I'll also open up the house and give it an update fit for this cool suburb.
You think it's time for a change. What do you want that change to bring?
I'm still keen on being close to the city. I love an urban lifestyle.
OK.
A suburb that was slightly prettier than Brunswick with a few more trees would be an advantage. A 3-bedroom house minimum, because we have so many people coming and staying. 2 bathrooms. We need somewhere where I can operate my business and not feel as if the walls are closing in on me. And a master bedroom with an ensuite.
And how about you?
If we moved, similar to Brendan, we'd really want something that has some character, not something bland or soulless.
And how much have we got to spend on your new home?
1.5 million.
0.5.
1.5 million is a decent budget, but we are in central Melbourne and James and Brendan are looking for a lot. I'll have to find them a property with at least 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and extra space for Brendan's work in an urban yet leafy suburb. I think I need another turmeric latte.
Where I sit now, I'm looking at the grass being greener on the other side of that fence.
I'm telling you, that grass is in fact, it's not just green, it's glistening in the sun.
Welcome to Andrew.
Lawyer Brendan has recently started working from home, but a 2-second commute isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You really can't turn off from your work. It'd be nice to be able to separate my home life from my work life a little bit.
And while James loves his home and wants to stay, he understands his partner's thoughts on the house.
You've also lived here for, 16 years. I think you're looking for a bit of a change.
Yeah, that's right. But if Neale is the genius that I've heard he is, I'll be very excited by it.
No pressure at all. But it actually won't take a genius to fix James and Brendan's house. It's a great place, but the space inside isn't being used to its maximum potential. A big problem is Brendan's office being too close to the bedroom, but I'll get to that shortly, as I want to start off at the heart of the house, where all the living is done.
Guys, I love this house, but I can see that there are definitely some functionality issues, starting with this area. I mean, it's very elegant and it's very homely, very cosy as it is, but I think it needs to be opened up and to feel a little bit more contemporary.
I think this space is laid out all wrong, so I'm going to swap the living and dining rooms around to give it a more functional flow. To open up the area, we'll remove the dated archway and fake fireplace. This will give us clean, modern lines to work with. Skylights will be installed to bring in more light, and we'll transform the old storage cupboard into a neat and tidy alcove for the TV.
That will make this part of the house flow a lot better than it does at the moment. And believe me, once this comes down, it's going to feel so much bigger.
I think you've got some good ideas.
That sounds fantastic.
I'm not touching the kitchen. The kitchen's perfect.
Okay.
The kitchen is perfect, but the garage isn't. But that's going to work to Team Lovett's advantage.
So welcome to your new master ensuite.
Oh, wow.
I'm serious.
Really?
What? In here. Andrew thought this was just a shabby old storeroom.
Which it is.
You think of it as a garage that you never use anymore. It's a bit of a dumping ground. This is gold. This is the key to transforming this house.
Brendan needs separation from his office at the front of the house, and I'm giving him that by turning this space into the master bedroom. Complete with fantastic storage and large glass doors leading onto the deck, this will be an escape from work. We'll use a small section of the space to create a laundry right next to the kitchen, and we'll give James and Brendan that much-desired second bathroom.
It's hard for me to picture, actually, but it sounds fantastic.
You see, the amazing thing about this renovation is that I don't need to touch the kitchen or the bathroom. They're normally the things that eat up the budget.
Yeah.
I can spend that budget in here. And that means that what I can do is turn the 2 front rooms into office rooms. And this will give you, Brendan, that separation that you need between the bedroom and your office.
Yep. Perfect.
Do you like the idea?
I'm a little speechless, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that at all. Maybe Andrew will have a more difficult task. We'll see. We'll see.
That's what I want to hear.
Neale Whitaker's always so confident at this stage. but I'm not worried
OK, you two, we are on the way to your new home.
because we are in Melbourne and there's an abundance of fantastic properties here.
So it takes a bit of concentration to get down this street because it's so narrow.
And I've heard your driving isn't great.
Yeah, that's says Neale.
What have you got to show us?
Shall I tell you, the one thing about this first property is I'm pretty proud to say it's on brief.
Right, good. Is it going to be on budget?
I've followed your brief.
Good, OK. That sounds positive.
I'm giving nothing more away, but as you can see, we are leaving Brunswick.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yes. Goodbye, Brunswick. It's dead to us now.
Look, he's already there.
I think this is the only way I'm going to prize James out of the house, so I have absolute confidence in you.
Sucker.
James and Brendan said they wanted to live somewhere central but more leafy. So I'm taking them to the nearby suburb of Fairfield. It's less than 10 minutes from Brunswick, so it's still urban, but it feels like a different world, with green parks and the Yarra River flowing through. You could almost be in the country. This 4-bed, 2-bath, single-fronted period house is oozing with both traditional and modern charm. And with 21.5% of the locals maturing and established independence, this suburb is definitely less urban than Brunswick.
All right. OK, gentlemen, we have an historic cottage behind a white picket fence in Fairfield. How's that for you, Brendan?
Yeah, I like Fairfield. It's probably a little more reserved than Brunswick.
Not as edgy?
Yeah, not as edgy.
James?
Yeah, I agree. Pretty sort of suburban, a little bit more genteel, maybe lacking personality or something.
Come and have a look.
Right.
This single-fronted cottage may look small from the outside, but there is so much inside. The ground floor has 2 good-sized bedrooms, which could be used for Brendan's office, a large bathroom leading onto a deck, and an open-plan living, dining and kitchen area connected to the garden.
Look at this.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It's beautiful.
It looks really nice, actually.
Really deceptive. It looks huge.
You go down and have a look at the living area and the bedrooms, and I'll meet you upstairs after you've had your search.
Fantastic.
Take your time, enjoy. Off you go.
Thanks. This is a nice space outside, isn't it?
It is a nice space.
This is a great kitchen. I like this bench, actually.
So this is the room that would be the office.
Nice fireplace.
Yep, beautiful.
If they think that's nice, wait until they see upstairs. There's the perfect guest bedroom, and last but by no means least, a little sanctuary that's totally separate from the potential office space downstairs.
And here is the master bedroom.
Wow, this is a scene stealer, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, lots of light. Beautiful.
Fantastic.
We have a big walk-in robe behind us, a huge shower room, the other bedroom, which you probably noticed as you came up the stairs then, which is also big with big ceiling heights.
Feels luxurious.
We are stood on over 400 square metres of prime Melbourne real estate here.
Yep.
James, is it making you think that maybe a house move is right?
Not necessarily. It is a beautiful house. I'm still not sure about the area. Fairfield doesn't rock my world, I don't think.
I like Fairfield, and I quite like this house. I think it's a nice house.
Well, then we should have the money talk.
All right.
Thoughts on price guide?
1.5 to 1.6.
What would you think?
Right, I would have gone 1.6 to 1.7.
OK, you're both slightly under.
OK.
The price guide's 1.7 to 1.8. Agent's pretty confident it's going to hit around that mark. So the important thing is that I am pushing your boundaries a little bit here. You are seeing something you might not have seen. In fact,
Yes.
if anything, James is pretty impressed by the house.
And no, it has grown on me.
Look, I don't mind Fairfield. I quite like Fairfield. And even if it's not this house, then potentially, if we were to look again in the future, we would probably now include Fairfield in that.
Would you?
We'd have to have that discussion, I think.
OK.
OK.
We'll see. We talked about how we were potentially looking for something a little leafier than Brunswick. And this is leafier than Brunswick, but maybe lacks a bit of an edge, and it's making me reevaluate, I guess, what's important to us. I think I would miss the vibrancy of a busier, edgier suburb.
So it turns out the greener pastures are too green for James. It's a common issue in property hunting. You think you know what you want until you get it and realise it's not what you want at all.
If it's vibrancy James wants, then he doesn't need to look any further, as the hive of activity in Brunswick is well and truly underway. What was once a garage-stroke dumping ground is no more. It's all gone and is now a very blank canvas. In the old living areas, the telltale signs of age have been stripped away, leaving the bones of the old house ready for its modern reincarnation.
How's things?
Good, how's it all going?
Well, we've got a bit of bad news with the ceiling. We've got some structural issues. The rafters are actually undersized, which means they're not actually going to hold the support of the skylights.
Skylights?
Yeah.
OK.
So we have to get that up to code and lift them up.
Look, I guess in a house of this age, of this vintage, there's always that chance that we're going to find something like that.
I'm not hugely surprised by this problem, but I want to get the boys excited before I mention the structural issues. So I'm going to start by showing them their future master ensuite.
Hey, guys. Hi.
Hi, Neale.
Welcome to your new bedroom.
Where's our garage gone?
Well, you did like open plan, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, my God. This is amazing.
I knew, I kind of knew this was being converted into the bedroom. I didn't realise it was just going to go completely.
It's gone.
Right.
We won't have any problems putting our furniture in here.
No, look, I promise you that before you spend a single night here, we will put a new floor down.
And a tent.
And some walls.
It's really amazing. I'm a bit gobsmacked, actually.
Just checking the size of the holes. Oh, they're very impressive.
Well, it's all happening, as you can see.
Yeah,
Sure
absolutely.
is.
I mean, a lot of work.
You could still change your mind, but I wouldn't advise it.
Yeah, can we just keep the garage as it was? That'd be great.
It's always nice working with people with a sense of humour, and hopefully that light-heartedness will continue when I tell James and Brendan about the issues with the ceiling. The problem will be an extra cost for them. I just hope it's not too much of an issue.
So the rafters in the roof at the moment are not strong enough. We've got to bring this roof up to code standard. Yes, it's going to cost a little bit of money, but it's got to be done. And I really think you should go ahead with the skylights, because the skylights that we're planning to put in are going to make a huge difference. Don't forget, we're going to have one here and we're going to have one there.
Well, I guess that's the way you actually get the feel of more height into the ceiling as well, having the skylights.
Yeah, because it would add a lot of extra light in this room. It can get quite dark.
They're going to have a transformative effect on this part of the house.
I guess we just need to understand, you know, what additional cost it's going to...
Yes, of course.
Yeah. It is a mess up there.
It is at the moment.
Can we just put the ceiling back?
Brendan, it doesn't work like that, I'm afraid.
Replacing the rafters will cost the boys about $5,000. The work has to be done, but I'm really hoping they won't have to sacrifice the skylights because of the extra expense. In Brunswick, James and Brendan have to decide if they're going ahead with skylights in their new dining room.
I guess we just need to understand, you know, what additional cost it's going to...
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And it turns out James doesn't want to live in a leafy area after all.
I think I would miss the vibrancy of a busier, edgier suburb.
I'm not phased, oh no. This is all part of the real estate process. If James wants urban and edgy, that is what he shall get. The important thing is to remain affable. It's a bit like a date. Always ask questions and seem interested.
How long have you been in Australia for, James?
I've been here for 20 years this year.
So, Andrew, when did you actually come out to Australia?
My family and I moved out here about 14 years ago.
So you've been here for a while, but your driving hasn't improved.
You're supposed to be on my side, young man.
Young man.
Yeah. Well, you see, I was even being nice there.
You were being very nice, actually. And you could be even nicer by showing us an amazing second house, which is going to seduce James.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's going to be in
Can't wait.
Brunswick.
Are you taking us back to our old house? Are you and Neale on the same side now?
Same side as Neale? Do I look like a cushion connoisseur? No. After James' adverse reaction to some trees and greenery, I'm playing it safe by staying in their local and urban area, Brunswick. But to give them a hint of flora, we're going to the leafier side of the suburb. This 4-bed, 2-bath house is sure to be of interest. There's plenty of space for Brendan's office and James's Scottish relatives to stay. The median price for a 4-bed here is just under 1.5 million, so we're right on budget.
It's beautiful. I have to say, I'm quite surprised.
You sound slightly disappointed.
No, I'm excited, actually.
That's brilliant. You haven't seen inside yet. It's fantastic.
Great start, even if I do say so myself. With its mix of period charm and modern luxury, this house is a winner in my book. In fact, I'd like to call it the House of Options.
What do you think of this?
Wow. Wow. I love this. But why is it a house of options?
Flexibility. There's lots of different rooms that you could use for your business. The master bedroom, possibly, or you've got the attic room.
Yeah.
This is the thing. There's lots of choices here.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Annoyingly.
I could see us in here, you with your cooking appliances there.
You just drinking wine.
Yes. As usual.
Forget the wine, I feel like some champagne because there's so much more to this house than just the kitchen. It's huge. There's a modern and stylish family-sized bathroom, a functional study, 3 spare bedrooms, and a master ensuite.
Nice. Bathroom, wardrobe. That's good.
And not forgetting the room with all those options.
Fantastic sized room. It's a lovely room.
It is a nice room and it's a great bay window. I just don't know that we need a second living room.
No, we don't. And this would be a perfect space for an office.
Well, yes, I'm not necessarily sure that I'm ready to move, but this is a nice house.
Yep, great. Okay, where do we sign?
Ah, there you are. OK. What do you think of our Brunswick house?
I think it's fantastic. I think you're right. It's an option house. There are so many options here.
Yeah, there's no question. It's a beautiful house. But I think there are too many rooms, probably, for us. I think it could be quite cavernous, just with the 2 of us.
Too many rooms? Really, I've never heard that before.
Better have too many rooms than too few rooms.
Yes. It's basically just a squarer, wider version of land and of home, giving you, I'm going to use that word again, more options. I suppose you probably want to know the price.
I think this is about 1.6.
Brendan, how about you?
I think it's a bit higher than that. I think probably around about 1.7.
OK, well, the price is a price guide, and it's from 1.48 to 1.6.
That's very good.
Lots of
That's much better than I thought it was going to be.
I even understood that in Glaswegian. That's very good.
While Mr. Winter's been off schmoozing James and Brendan, things at the house are really taking shape. The master bedroom is now an actual room, and the new laundry's coming together too. And after James and Brendan decided to go ahead with the new skylights, light is flooding into a once dark space.
Hey! Hi! I brought you a beautiful Brunswick coffee.
Oh, you guys are too kind.
We knew you liked them so much, I got you another.
Oh, you're so good to me. Both of you, thank you. Nothing I like better than 2 coffees. And it's the best coffee in Melbourne. I mean, who'd want to leave Brunswick, eh? Hey, I'm so glad you guys decided to spend the money on this.
It's amazing.
The light in here now is superb.
It looks fantastic, actually. Cost a bit of money, but it's really good.
Money well spent, so well spent.
Reinforcing the roof cost James and Brendan $5,000. But luckily, they had some contingency cash ready and waiting for something just like this.
But hey, look, I have got something for you. I have got a new bathroom fitting.
Oh, I love presents.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Because in the ensuite, I'm going for that sort of minimal meets industrial look. And we're basically using a grey colour palette mixed with dark timber. And then this.
It's like a
beautiful
huge silver
contrast.
dollar.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Shiny and new.
Shiny and new.
Right, looks
It's got a
fantastic.
beautiful contrast with the other materials that are going to be in the ensuite. Because the ensuite's quite small, but it doesn't have to be boring.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the shower head, tapware.
Nice.
Are you as excited as I am?
Well, I think it looks fantastic. It's
Yeah, it
nice and sleek.
It looks beautiful, but I want to show you where it's actually going. So let's
Great.
go through here.
Fantastic.
You lead
Great.
on.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my God. So this is a laundry. James, this is a laundry.
Oh, that's what they look like.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
The new bedroom.
Fantastic.
Remember last time we were here? We were standing in the mud.
There's a roof.
Don't forget, though, you are going to have double-size office now at the front of the
Yeah,
house because of
absolutely.
this. And you're going to have that separation that you always wanted between work and home.
Great space. Love it. Can't wait to see it all done, actually.
And look, behind me, the pièce de résistance.
Wow.
Your ensuite. Look, I know it doesn't look much yet, but it will.
We get a second bathroom. No.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it is good. It's. I'm just thinking about resale. It'll be amazing.
Oh, here we go.
Ain't gonna happen.
Why would you want to leave this house in this suburb when you've got a home like this?
See?
I'd say that I think the bedroom has turned out far better than I ever thought it would.
I just, can't wait till it's all done and move back in.
Well, we'll see. But look, obviously I'm a bit torn now because I can potentially see what's happening here. I'm actually quite excited about it because maybe there is somewhere else and maybe there isn't. Who knows?
So on our way to the next one, I'm just doing a little bit of a shortcut just to go past the agent so we can pick up the contracts, just in case you're tempted to sign right now.
You're pretty confident about this one, are you?
Always confident.
All right.
You've got to be confident. On this love it or list, it isn't always easy, so sometimes I'm a bit desperate for a win.
Oh, well, Brendan might be able to help you there, but I probably won't.
James is talking, really. He's just hoping you'll up your game.
Don't you worry, Brendan. I've done exactly that because we are on our way to arguably Melbourne's trendiest suburb, Fitzroy. Just 3 kilometres from the CBD, this area is positively buzzing. Cafes, bars, restaurants and culture. It really doesn't get much better than Fitzroy for inner city cool. Not only is the area fashionable, so is the house. This unique 5-bed, 3-bath property is something that you don't see on the market very often. And with annual growth rate of 11.3%, Fitzroy is a very safe place to buy. Sometimes this job is a bit like matchmaking. You have to find the right property for the right people and hope they hit it off. But not everyone has the same tastes.
OK, I'm taking a risk because I know this is not a conventional-looking building. It clearly was commercial premises at one time. That is either going to appeal to you or not appeal to you.
It completely appeals to me.
It completely appeals. Oh, come and look at it now.
Inside this very individual building is a light and airy living room, leading to an open-plan kitchen and dining area. A decent-sized courtyard out the back is perfect for entertaining.
Here you go. Welcome to your new home. In fact, if I was a real estate agent meeting you two chaps, I would think you already lived here.
I love the glass brick, actually. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I do, but I do.
I love everything about it. It's fantastic.
Fitzroy out of 10 as a location?
Oh, 9.
10 for me.
Yes. The big deal with this property is outside that orange door is the heart of urban Melbourne.
Perfect location.
We really think it's fantastic around here.
Why don't you go and explore this level and then I'll meet you upstairs.
Fantastic.
Okay, you guys.
It's a cute little kitchen, actually. Small, but, perfectly formed.
Yes.
This is unreal. Look at that little sun trap. That wall is brilliant.
Beautiful.
And it's private as well.
It's so Melbourne.
It is, it's great. Come on, let's have a look upstairs.
So far, so good, and upstairs won't let this house down. There are no less than 4 good-sized, light and bright bedrooms.
It's where Harry Potter lives.
perfect for visiting relatives or an office space for Brendan.
I can absolutely see my office in here.
Yeah, perfect.
I like this desk. Hang on, let me try it out. Do you have a tape writer?
No, this would really work.
And they haven't even seen the best bit, the penthouse. It could be used for a second living room or a fabulous master.
Oh, this is a house of surprises, isn't it?
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
And yet another outdoor space.
That's fantastic. This is a great space.
I think there's no way this isn't budget. No way this isn't budget.
Don't be so pessimistic.
So if it was within budget, not saying it is, but if it was this sort of property, would this mean that Neale might as well throw away his cushions? Even tempting you with his tapware wouldn't... No?
His shiny new shower head.
Yeah, his shiny new shower head.
I'm not... Yeah, I don't think this is anywhere near our budget.
So, there is a price guide on the property, which is, in your estimate...
I would think 1.8 to 1.9.
OK, James...
This has to be over 2 mil.
Right. OK, the actual price, and I will confirm here, which is stated on this here, is a price range between 1.55 and 1.65. And if you don't believe me,
wow.
there it is.
That's amazing.
So, I don't know whether I've got my phone here. Here is it. Let's just text Neale now, shall we?
Yeah. I am amazed by that price guide, I have to say, amazed.
You might as well have that. It's a bit of a controversial property. It's not for everybody. It just suits your demographic to an absolute T.
This whole process has been an epiphany for me. I thought I wanted leafy, quiet, suburban. What I want is city life and everything that entails. This one is amazing.
Yeah.
This has been my favourite by far.
It is fantastic.
I'm excited by it, right?
Yeah.
I walked into the other two houses and I thought they were nice, they were lovely, they were well done.
Yep.
But I have a palpable sense of excitement walking through here, and this is not what I expected when I started this process.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought we would be staying where we are, and now I don't know.
After some property ups and downs, Team Love It member James looks like he might be defecting.
I genuinely thought we would be staying where we are, and now I don't know.
But my reno has solved Brendan's biggest issue with the house.
You're going to have that separation between work and home.
This is an amazing space.
And I think he's having second thoughts about leaving his home.
Maybe there is somewhere else, and maybe there isn't. Who knows?
The food's good here.
We couldn't be anywhere else but Melbourne, could we? And the best coffee in town.
Have you had a lot of coffee?
I've had a heap of coffee since I've been here.
I don't blame you. The coffee is extremely good, as is this area. I love this area.
So, what are you saying? This is a very hard suburb to leave?
Unless you'd showed them something like that. In neighbouring Fitzroy.
Oh, Fitzroy. Who wants to live in Fitzroy when they can have Brunswick?
Well, I think you're panicking now, aren't you? I'm never overly confident, but it was very interesting to...
Never overly confident?
No, not on the, not on this.
Mr. Winter.
Well, so what's your confidence score?
Look, I can't pick it. I really can't pick it. I just don't know.
I just want to win so I don't have to dress up again.
Well, I think there's a good chance Andrew will be delving into his dressing up box, as James and Brendan's house is looking fantastic.
Hello, guys. Welcome to your glamorous inner city villa.
Thank you.
Can't wait to show you both.
And we can't wait to see it.
Very excited.
Very excited.
I'm going to go and get coffee in one of Melbourne's top suburbs, Fitzroy, I think is the place I'm going to go.
Fitzroy. Come inside, boys.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God, it doesn't look like our house at all. It's beautiful. I'm so pleased.
It is beautiful. I love the colour on the walls. I love the skylight. It brings the light in. The furniture's great. It's just a lot more modern. Yeah.
I think it works for you now for Melbourne life.
I think it's fantastic. I love it.
By removing the old arched wall, we've opened this space up to make it more open plan and modern. The old fake fireplace has been removed, meaning the whole space feels less cluttered and dated. Skylights have added even more life to the area, while grey industrial tones and warm wooden features give it a comfortable yet masculine feel. By swapping the living and dining areas, we've created better flow to this space. And before I show the boys their new master ensuite, I've got something I think will get Brendan very excited.
Oh, it's lovely and light, isn't it?
Look, the laundry is compact. There's no getting away from that, but it functions, and you've got everything you need here.
Definitely. That's all we need. Don't need a big laundry. He does it all.
You don't even recognise what a laundry is, do you?
That's what a washing machine looks like.
The suspense is killing me, so it must be killing you.
Can't wait.
So here goes.
Okay. Oh, wow. It's beautiful.
It's amazing. I actually cannot reconcile this with the space that it was. You've used every available space on this block of land to make something fantastic.
Once a chaotic garage-stroke dumping ground, the new master bedroom is now a luxurious sanctuary away from Brendan's work at the front of the house. The industrial chic theme has been carried through with a focus on clean lines and minimalism. Glass doors bring new light and lifestyle to the house, while the elegant ensuite is opulent yet uncomplicated.
Hopefully you agree that you've now got that divide between work and life.
Well, your office it couldn't be further away, so your commute will be longer every day.
How do you feel about that?
I'm worried I might get stuck in traffic on the way to the front of the house.
But Brendan, you've lived in this house for almost 20 years. Does this feel like the house you've lived in for 20 years?
It doesn't. It feels like a completely different house. It feels like it belongs to somebody else. I'm looking around and I'm thinking, oh, I could put something there, or this would go really well there.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, because that's what you wanted.
Big decisions.
Off you go.
One of the biggest problems with the house was the office. It was too close to the bedroom, and there just wasn't enough space. I've solved that problem by turning their old master into a new office.
Oh my God. This is completely different.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Plenty of space here.
Yeah.
Plus, I've given Brendan another room for storage and business meetings.
Oh, this is very different.
Oh. This is proper office feel, isn't it?
Yeah. It's fantastic. It does not look like the old office at all.
Well, I think there's a bit more space than the old office.
You had a nice house to start with, and it's a nice house that's got even better, thanks to Neale. But, I mean, just to gauge your reactions, how are the improvements?
They are fantastic.
Neale's done an amazing job. In fact, he's done better than I anticipated.
Please say you still want to move.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to think about, so this is a tough one. As they say in the classics,
Oh, so
it's a
you're-
head scratcher.
You're not even definitely on Team List It now? Brendan?
Sorry, what?
Oh, my God.
You know, I think Neale's pulled him over to Team Love It and you've pulled me over to Team List It, right? So I'm sort of almost on the dark side now with that house in Fitzroy.
So am I right in deducing that right now you haven't actually made a decision?
That's
right.
correct.
Yeah.
We haven't.
Would any form of bribery work?
Possibly.
OK, so we had agents inspect the property before any work was done, and they were talking the 1.1s for the house as it was.
Right.
Now, they've come back and re-evaluated the property. Their consensus of opinion range was through the 1.5s.
Oh, wow.
So that's like a $400,000 increase.
Yeah, and you spent, if I'm correct, around 150?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, isn't
Wow.
it?
Great investment. That's more than it cost to buy this house originally.
That's amazing, yeah. So on that note, go and have a chat and hope you make the right decision.
OK.
We
Team
will.
list it, team list it, team list it, team list it.
Not only is the house located in a desirable area, but Neale's renovation has essentially finished it off. When a house is completely renovated, the value gain increases to its maximum potential.
On my little chat, when I was begging them to confirm their allegiance to Team List, it did seem like Brendan was beginning to fall in love with his own house again that he wants to get rid of, which means something's going wrong here.
You know, I think they're both fantastic salespeople because I might have flipped.
And I might have flipped as well, though. That's the problem.
Well,
I think we're on different sides now.
That doesn't make things easier.
No, it doesn't.
One decision I've made is I'll never get into a car with Andrew Winter again.
I've rarely observed one of these conversations with quite so much laughter.
No, they're both very happy, aren't they? Yeah. You know, I have to say, Andrew, these two have been an absolute joy to work with.
I'm not going to
really
say
have.
that until I know whether I've won or lost.
Oh, no, I'm saying it now.
I know, but that's
putting
because
it
you're
out there.
generally a nice person.
Yeah.
There's so many things about this house that I love. I love the floors, I love the colour scheme, I love how it opens up now. The bedroom is amazing. The question is, why would you want to move from here?
For the vibrancy and excitement of Fitzroy?
Yeah, maybe. When do you think you'll change your mind to my side again, Albert?
I don't know.
Brendan and James, I've given you a home that is a modern classic in a very sought-after inner Melbourne suburb.
Highly saleable.
Highly saleable, but also highly livable, Andrew.
But does it feel like the completely different new home that you were hoping it would be?
It does feel like a completely new home.
Oh, there's that option gone.
It does.
You've blown that one.
I've blown that one.
I have to say it does.
Oh, shame.
James, what are you thinking?
It's beautiful. You've done a great job. This house is transformed.
You realise that we're playing for time here because we're both really nervous.
Yes, so we're stalling
the decision, but I think we have to just bite the bullet, don't we?
Should we not talk a little bit more?
No, Andrew, I think we have to ask the hard question. So, Brendan and James, are you going to love it?
My turn now?
Yes, please.
Or are you going to list it?
Look, both of you have been wonderful salespeople. You both pitched us a proposition, and I guess we now really have to come down with a final decision, but it's been a very tough one.
Yeah, we have swapped teams, genuinely.
See?
We are going to list it.
But I always knew they would list it. I had no doubt. I was just messing around, really. May I add that you have one very, very saleable property. Neale did a very good job.
An unbelievable job.
Thank you, Andrew. That's as near as you come to being nice.
Very rare. Just make the most of it.
Sorry, Neale. The house is beautiful, but Andrew has opened our eyes to something we didn't even know we wanted.
It was the last one, wasn't it?
It was. It was Fitzroy.
was.
Yeah.
You had lost the fight until then.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing property.
So it's all Fitzroy's fault.
Flipping Fitzroy.
Flipping Fitzroy.
Do we march? Oh. Why am I doing this?
This is a very sort of extravagant way of saying congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
And I shall never wear a kilt ever again. You'll be glad to know. I think I might.